in this lesson, we will be creating the portfolio single page. What we are looking at right now is the portfolio single page from our static site. Okay, we're just giving it a quick look on what we want to achieve and what we're going to make in our WordPress site. Awesome, looks good. So let's take a look at our portfolio single in our WordPress site that we worked on. So that's the current state. It's gonna be beautiful once we have done all the needed coding. So I'm just checking out the blog page here and the blog single page. So as you can see, they basically have the same template. Now, in order to use another template for our portfolio items, we first need to download a plugin. So go to your WordPress dashboard and go to Add New Plugins. And the plugin is Custom Post Template. So go ahead and put that in the plugin search bar, and it should be the first one that shows up. Custom Post Template by Simon Wheatley. Okay, you can't go wrong with this one. So just make sure you got the right one. There are a bunch of couple ones that sound similar, so just want to make sure. Okay, go ahead and click install now. And once it's installed, go ahead and activate the plugin. There you go. So the plugin is now activated. So let's click on view details to know what the plugin is all about, just in case it's your first time encountering this plugin. So what it does is enable us to create a template for post, just like page templates, by adding the PHP comment above our template file, as you can see right here. So with that, we have now the ability to use other templates for our blog post. So instead of using the same single.php template file, so in our case, the blog post with the portfolio category, that's what we're gonna work on. Okay, so to do that, we will create a template file based on single.php, and then copy the contents and create a new file. Just copy everything over here. There you go. And copy the code there as well. So then paste it above our code. There you go. And then take note on the post and template name. Change it to portfolio single. So that's it's under the comment on the top. And then we're gonna save this file as single-portfolio.php. Okay. So let's add an indicator to verify that this template is loaded. This is just to make sure. So this is a portfolio template. I just added in H1 tag basically. So let's use it in one of our portfolio items. So I'm just gonna click edit post here and go all the way to post template. Okay, so that's the post template panel generated by the plugin. So select portfolio single and hit update. Awesome. So now let's view the post, and it's now using the template we just made. So it was really quick, as you can see. So while other blog posts were still using the default WordPress template, okay, just double checking some stuff over here. Okay, go back to the dashboard, and do not forget to set all the template for all our portfolio items. So I'm just gonna open all of them here and update their template, their post template, to portfolio single. So there you go. I'm gonna visit the site and check them out. Okay, so they're all good. As you can see, the H1 tag that we added. So now we're going to apply this design into our portfolio single template. Okay, so let's go back into our code and change the markup. Okay, there you go. Just making some updates and removing some stuff we don't need. Okay, just follow along the video. There you go. Okay, now I'm just checking the portfolio single.html file. And copy that here. Okay, the div ID sidebar portfolio. So I'm just organizing. This is just for spacing. And okay, so here we have the portfolio single template with a static sidebar that we just added. Next, we'll be making a new set of custom fields for our portfolio items to insert more details. Stuff like portfolio client, description, role, tools used, so all those good stuff. So we're gonna go back to our dashboard, and let's do that in our advanced custom fields plugin. Okay, now that we're inside the plugin, we're gonna add a new field group and enter the title portfolio items. And then we're gonna be adding some rules. So change that to post category is equal to portfolio, or post category is equal to web design. The same thing, adding the other subcategories, app design and photography. And for the style, we're gonna want to put standard. And then we're gonna add some fields like what we did. So portfolio description. So under there, we're just gonna put portfolio client. And add portfolio role. So it's portfolio tools, and then this is for the home preview right now, the large image found in our front page, if you remember. So that's the portfolio preview home. This is the field, the fifth field that I'm adding. And then add another field, sixth one. It's the portfolio preview thumbnail. This is for the thumbnail for the portfolio page. So copy that and just change the field instructions a bit. As well as the recommended size would be 600 by 400. Change the return value to image URL. And hit publish. Oh, sorry, I forgot one more, which is the link. So we're just going to add the seventh portfolio item. So portfolio link. Okay, so just gonna reorder this over here. So let's update this again to make sure our field group portfolio items has all the necessary field labels. So we will now fill up the fields for our portfolio items and create additional portfolio items as well. So go back to all post and edit one of our portfolio items. I clicked on portfolio web design, and here is our custom fields meta box that appeared correctly. So then we update the information over here that we want to show on our page. So I'm just putting some default stuff right here for the client, role, the tools you used during your project, maybe a link to the project itself. And for our preview home and preview thumbnail, I already created some graphics in the folder. I'm just gonna update those or upload those graphics to show for our portfolio. So for web design, I'll choose this one, and for the thumbnail, I'll choose the same one, but it's in a different size. Okay, then click select, and as well as the portfolio image, we're gonna add it on the post itself. So we're just gonna click resize it to full size and then insert into post right there, just like that, and then click update. There you go. So now we're gonna add a new post and call it car spot. Now for app design, repeat the same process. Add the image within the post, all the generic field items. Okay, so we move on to photography. Again, repeat the process. Use the graphics that's already provided. So there you go. Now we're gonna add new again and put orange photo. So this is another sample project that I'm gonna add under my portfolio. There you go. Publish. So we're gonna add another one. So call it New York Times. This one will be for app design. So there you go. App design, portfolio single. And go ahead and click publish. Okay, so now that we have all the information set, we will now update our code to output the fields from our portfolio. So first is we're going to edit the portfolio page to output the thumbnails that we uploaded. Okay, so let's open up our page portfolio.php and replace the static markup for the thumbnail with the field function. So this one right here, I'm just going to replace it with the underscore field, and then portfolio underscore preview underscore thumbnail. Just like that. I'll save the file and let's check our site and see how it looks now. So, okay, go to portfolio page, and there you go. We have our portfolio items displaying their thumbnails. Look at all the projects that we have accomplished so far. And then if you check out each portfolio filter, it only shows whatever is under that category. So that's working great, and it looks good as well. So let's move on to our portfolio single and update the static information on the right for the sidebar. New York Times project. Woof, it looks beautiful. Okay, so back in our code, let's edit the static markup in our single portfolio.php. Okay, right there. Just making the necessary changes in the code. Make sure you got that as well. All right. Update that. So save that, and let's check our site again. And there you go. It changed into New York Times, and all the right information that was taken from the portfolio items custom fields are now showing up for the project. We have a bit of a display problem, and that is images exceeding our content's boundaries. So the problem is we haven't created a container for our content. So we're going to do that right here. To fix that, we will copy our blog's single content, open up content single.php, and then copy its content. There you go. Okay, copying. And replace our PHP function. And then remove the unnecessary data. So all of this stuff we don't need. Just take it out. Okay. So take that out as well. Make sure everything looks organized. And that fixed it right there. It went back to the proper sizing. Next, we're going to add a section in our portfolio single page that will display the 3 most recent items. Okay, that's 3 most recent items. So open up our single portfolio.php, and we'll add the section right here. Okay. Next, we're going to copy the loop in our portfolio page, so they basically have the same markup. Okay, so we're going to edit the values. For this, we only need 3 items to show up for the recent posts. So removing all of those codes that we don't need. I'm adding that query, WP reset query. We might as well remove the mixed class so it won't be affected by our filter system. So let's check what we got so far. Just reloading this page, and there we have it, the 3 most recent portfolio items. So the last thing we need to do is output the latest portfolio item in the front page. Okay, so one more step, guys, and we're done with this lesson. So let's go back to our code and open up the frontpage.php and edit this section. Okay, so copy the loop from page-portfolio and remove the unnecessary data. There you go. Delete that, that's not needed. Okay, just organizing the structure so it looks awesome. So let's not forget our preview home image. In case you were wondering earlier what that was for, this is it. So output only one item. And finally, output the post data as well as the custom fields. All right. Remove the junk. Portfolio description. Remove that stuff and just update it to portfolio preview home. Now hit save and let's check out our front page. There you go. So there we have it. It's now showing one of the portfolio items, which would be the most recent. So that basically wraps up this lesson for portfolio single. In the next lesson, we will be working on some extra page details. So see you there.